Most days, you wake up already feeling behind. Not because you slept too much, but because your mind never really rested. Before you even leave your bed, there's a quiet weight sitting on your chest, reminding you of everything you didn't do yesterday. You scroll through your phone and see people your age moving faster than you. They seem disciplined, consistent, and clear about where they're going. Somewhere deep inside, a small voice starts whispering that something must be wrong with you. You tell yourself you're lazy. You repeat it so often that it begins to sound like the truth. But what if that label is wrong? And what if it's been hurting you more than helping you? Stay till the end. This might change how you see your own journey. Not in a loud or dramatic way, but in a calm and honest one. Sometimes clarity doesn't arrive with motivation. It arrives with understanding. You want to try harder, but your mind feels foggy. Tasks that used to feel simple now feel overwhelming. Even resting doesn't feel refreshing, because your thoughts keep running in the background. This kind of tiredness isn't physical. Sleep doesn't fix it, and coffee doesn't touch it. It's the kind of exhaustion that builds slowly when you carry too much for too long. You've been strong quietly. You've been showing up even when you didn't feel okay. And over time, that quiet strength started turning into quiet exhaustion. The world only sees the surface. They see missed deadlines, low energy, and unfinished plans. They don't see the constant self-talk, the anxiety, or the pressure you put on yourself every single day. So when someone calls you lazy, it sticks. When you call yourself lazy, it hurts even more. Because deep down, you know you care, and you know you're trying. Mental tiredness comes from thinking too much and resting too little. It comes from worrying about the future while replaying the past. It grows when you feel like you're running out of time, even when no one told you there was a deadline. You've been carrying expectations that might not even be yours. Family pressure, social media comparisons, and invisible standards all stack up silently. Your mind never gets a break from trying to measure up. And the worst part is that you feel guilty for feeling tired. You think other people have it harder, so you shouldn't complain. That guilt keeps you stuck in a loop of pushing and crashing. There's an internal conflict happening inside you. One part wants to rest and breathe, while another part keeps saying you're falling behind. That battle alone is exhausting. You sit down to work, but your focus disappears. Minutes turn into hours, and nothing moves forward. Then comes frustration, followed by shame. You promise yourself that tomorrow will be different. You make plans late at night, feeling hopeful for a moment. But when morning comes, the same heaviness returns. This isn't because you lack discipline. It's because your mind is overloaded and undersupported. No system can run smoothly when it's constantly overheating. If this feels relatable, hit like or comment I relate. Not for the algorithm, but to remind yourself that you're not alone in this feeling. Sometimes being seen is the first step toward healing. Mental exhaustion doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like procrastination, silence, or disinterest. Other times, it looks like scrolling endlessly just to escape your thoughts. You weren't taught how to rest properly. You were taught how to be productive, how to compete, and how to push. No one explained what to do when your mind gets tired before your body does. So you keep forcing yourself forward. You think consistency means never slowing down. But real growth isn't about constant motion. It's about sustainable movement. At some point, something starts to crack. You lose motivation not because you don't care, but because caring has become too heavy. Your mind is asking for a pause, not a quit. This is the turning point most people miss. Instead of asking, "Why am I so lazy?" try asking, "What am I mentally carrying right now?" That question changes everything. When you slow down enough to listen, answers begin to surface. Maybe you're burnt out from expectations. Maybe you're anxious about choosing the wrong path. Maybe you're afraid that no matter how hard you try, it won't be enough. That fear alone can drain more energy than a full day of work. And you've been living with it quietly. Mental tiredness doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been strong for too long without rest. Strength without recovery eventually turns into exhaustion. You don't need to completely restart your life. You don't need a dramatic transformation. You need small moments of honesty with yourself. Start by releasing the label. Stop calling yourself lazy when you don't understand your own fatigue yet. Words matter, especially the ones you repeat in your head. Give yourself permission to move slowly. Progress doesn't disappear just because it's quiet. Some seasons are about healing, not hustling. Your pace doesn't need to match anyone else's timeline. Life isn't a race, even though it often feels like one. You're allowed to arrive in your own time. When you rest intentionally, guilt-free, something changes. Your thoughts become clearer, and your energy returns naturally. Motivation grows best in a calm mind. You begin to remember who you were before the pressure took over. The version of you that was curious, hopeful, and alive. That person isn't gone, just tired. It's okay if today you only do one small thing. It's okay if your best looks different than it used to. Healing isn't linear, and neither is growth. You don't need to punish yourself into productivity. You need to understand yourself into balance. Compassion lasts longer than criticism ever will. There will still be hard days. There will still be moments when you feel stuck. But now you'll know it's not laziness. It's a signal to slow down and reset. This awareness changes how you treat yourself. Instead of forcing, you start listening. Instead of rushing, you start aligning. And slowly, without pressure, you move forward again. Not because you're scared, but because you're ready. That difference matters more than you think. If this video gave you clarity or comfort, let it remind you of something important. You are not broken, and you were never lazy. You were just mentally tired and doing your best. If you felt seen today, please like this video. Subscribe to Grow with Grace for more calm and honest reflections like this. And comment below what part of this journey you're currently on.